Hey my friends, this is Daniel Aldie, and today I want to talk with you about 7 people that you need to completely avoid. Now, the reason why you need to avoid these people is because they can be detrimental to your health. And if you want to live a long life, then you need to completely avoid the people that I'm about to discuss. The first person you need to avoid are gossips. People who talk about other people, those who criticize, those who agonize, those who talk about other people behind their backs. Most likely, if they're talking about other people around you, they're probably going to talk about you when you're gone. Now, a lot of times you can stop a gossip before they start. Sometimes they'll start talking about people and they add in a negative aspect to them, and you just gotta say, shh, stop, I don't wanna hear that. And then you can evade the conversation. You see, if you listen to gossips, what tends to happen is that you end up either gossiping or you might have negative feelings about the person who's being gossiped about. Many times the gossip is within your own circle. Maybe it's people you work with, or your family members, or your friends. You gotta stop them and help them understand that gossiping is not gonna help anyone, not even the person that's being gossiped about. The second person you need to avoid are jealous haters. Jealous haters are basically people who want to get in your way, who really love you inside, but they don't know how to express it. A lot of them are going to try to devalue you. They're going to say you're inadequate. They're going to say you're just fluff, that you're not enough. But what you have to understand is that these people actually want to help you. I always believe that critics make you do it better, but haters make you do it faster. Don't let these haters dethrone you. Don't let them devalue your soul. Understand that you are a child of God and that you were made to do something special. Now you might be asking, how do I know someone's a hater? How do I know if this person's jealous? Well, usually when you tell them something good, they try to shut it down automatically, or they try to overpower you or devalue exactly what you're telling them. They try to limit your accomplishments and make you feel like you're not doing enough. The third kind of person you need to avoid are time wasters. Now, time wasters come in many different forms, so you have to understand what kind of time waster you're dealing with. Now, since there's all kinds of time wasters out there, you must understand what kind of time waster you are dealing with. Some people like to ramble on about nonsense, and if they do, you need to ask them to share the bottom line. Some people like to talk about things that aren't important, like celebrity gossips, or sports, or anything just to waste time. So you have to shut them down and ask them to get to the point so that you can get on with your business. Most time wasters are completely unaware of time. They don't know how to manage the clock themselves, and so it's not intentional for them to take away your time. What you need to do is kindly show them love and let them know that you have important things to do and that you will get to them at another time. The fourth kind of person you should completely avoid are money grabbers. People who run away when it's time to pay the bill. People who keep on asking for things. People who just want to spend your money. Now, how do you know who a money grabber is? Well, what I want you to do is print out your statements and ask yourself, who grabbed my money? Am I buying things for people to help them, or am I just buying it because they're asking me? A lot of times money grabbers will ask for things that they don't even need, and that's how you know you're dealing with a money grabber. The fifth kind of person you should completely avoid are oversensitive people. People who come with so much emotional baggage. People who have 10,000 problems or more. You see, oversensitive people are going to be there in the world, but you have to understand that they should have no part in your life. Now, how do you know if someone is an oversensitive person? Usually you can tell when they're a very picky person. They're picky about their clothes, they're picky about their conversations, right? They feel like they're always attacked, right? They're picky about everything that they see, everything that they do. So these people might be helpful in your life, but don't try to spend too much time with them if you have big goals that you want to accomplish. The sixth kind of person you want to avoid are excuse makers. People that come up with excuses all the time. They're always hungry, they're always tired, they're always bored, they're always broke. They have millions of excuses and they never want to take action because they want you to get caught up in their excuses. Now, there's a lot of times where I've seen successful people who are also excuse makers. So understand that excuse makers come in all different forms. You have to be willing to understand what the excuse is, dismiss it, and help that person or completely avoid them when they make their excuses. There's a lot of people that are going to tell you why it won't work, or why you shouldn't do it, or why it can't happen. You have to understand what they're really saying. Sometimes they might fear for you, but that fear is illegitimate. Be able to understand it and dismiss it if it's something that you believe you should be doing. The seventh person you should avoid are miseducated people. Not uneducated people, miseducated people. People who have the wrong ideas about what it takes for you to become successful. Now, like I said before, there's a lot of people who are highly educated. They have credentials, they have awards, they have degrees, they have all kinds of training, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they know exactly what you need to do to become successful. Sometimes you gotta watch out. Sometimes there are wolves in sheep clothing. This means that they're actually enemies disguised as friends. They're frenemies. So you have to watch out who they are and understand who you're doing business with. Now, there's a lot of miseducated people. So you have to understand that some of them are educated in societal terms, but they may not have common sense, or they may not have wisdom or simple understanding. So you have to watch out for these people and not allow them to distract you from your greater purpose. In summary, you'll realize that a lot of times there's no way you can avoid these people. But what's best to do is to understand them. It's to be able to gather the intelligence necessary to make the wise choices with the people that you interact with. Perhaps you have a lot of acquaintances that you consider allies, or allies that should be acquaintances. So understand who you're dealing with and try to gravitate toward people that are going to help you to reach your highest goals. Thanks for watching this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure you leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. I look forward to seeing you next time.